Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share this lovely braided blanket with you. If you have worked the Jacob's ladder stitch before, this is an easier version of that stitch, and I also gave it a knit look background to make the braids pop even more. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press that bell icon to receive notifications when I post new patterns. To make this blanket, I used Bernat baby blanket in color vanilla, orange flamingo, and pale gray. Along with it, I used a 10mm crochet hook. You can find the free written pattern on my blog, and I'm leaving the link in the description box below. So gather your supplies and let's get started. To make the blanket, you can start with a multiple of 6 plus 5 chains. To make a blanket that was 36 inches wide, I chained 53. Today I'll be making a small swatch, and so I will be chaining 23 to start. I highly recommend that you make this swatch with me before proceeding to make the full blanket. So go ahead and chain 23. That is a multiple of 6 plus 5. I have now chained 23, so we'll begin row 1. To start row 1, work a single crochet in the second chain from your hook. This is the first chain and this is the second. So work a regular single crochet into the second chain from your hook. Here, the skipped chain in the beginning counts as a stitch as well. Now work a single crochet in the next 3 chains. So we now have one beginning chain 1, which counts as a single crochet, and then 4 single crochet stitches worked into the chain. Now chain 9 loosely. If you chain tight, you might have to add 1 extra chain or even go up a hook size. That is why I ask you to check your gauge before working your entire blanket. Now after you chain 9 loosely, skip the next chain and work a single crochet in the next. So skip 1 chain and work a single crochet in the next after making 9 chains. Work a single crochet in the next 4 chains. We already made 1 and we will work 4 more single crochet. So that will be a total of 5 after the chain loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we already worked 1 right after the chain loop. So we have a total of 5 single crochet stitches worked. Now chain 9 loosely again. Skip the next chain. To identify your next chain, if you're getting confused, just pull up the stitch so you know where it is attached, and this is the next free one. So you will skip that and work into the next one. So this is the one you will skip. This one has already been worked into. If you pull up your stitch, you can see that it's being tugged up. So this is the one you skip and work a single crochet into the next stitch. Work a single crochet into the next 4 chains. You will repeat that sequence all the way to the end. So now you have worked 4 single crochet and 1 right after the chain loop, a total of 5 single crochet stitches, and then chain 9 loosely again. skip the next chain. For that, just tuck the stitch and see where it's attached, and skip the next one and work a single crochet in the next. And work a single crochet in the next 4 chains. So that brings us to the end of row 1, and we have 3 chain loops. So once again, for row 1, what you do is after your chain 9, you skip a chain and work 5 single crochet, chain 9 again, skip 1 chain and work 5 single crochet, work another chain 9, skip a chain and work 5 single crochet. Keep repeating like that until you hit the end of your row. Now to begin row 2, chain 2 and turn. The beginning chain 2 will count as your first extended single crochet. 1 extended single crochet in the next stitch and in the next 3. So this is the first extended single crochet, our chain 2, then we'll work 4 more extended single crochet stitches. And this is how you work an extended single crochet. Insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops to complete your extended single crochet. Now we need to work 3 more. So insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. That completes your second extended single crochet. Now we have 2 more to go. So work an extended single crochet in the next one, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 1 loop and pull through 2. Now we have to work an extended single crochet in the next stitch, and when you work into that stitch, make sure you go under both the loops. That is the stitch right before the chain 9 loop, and it is very easy for you to just go under 1 loop, but make sure you catch 2 loops. One way to do it is just feel it with your fingers, feel that gap. So you have now 2 loops on top. If not, you can look behind to find the loop and place your finger right under that so you catch both the loops, and then use your finger as a guide to know where to insert your hook to work your last extended single crochet. So that is for the stitch right before the chain 9 loop. You have to make sure that you're catching both the loops. I can show you that one more time. Either just feel with your fingers and lift it up to find that gap there and make sure you have 2 loops on top, or look behind for the second loop and then lift it and hold it with your finger so you know where the gap is, and then work your extended single crochet under both those loops. So now we have completed 1 chain 2 and 4 extended single crochet stitches. Now keep your chain 9 loop to the back and work a double crochet in the skipped chain of the foundation chain. It will be between the 2 legs of your chain loop. Work a double crochet into that. Now we have to work 1 extended single crochet in the next 5 stitches here. So eyeball the 5 stitches so you don't miss the one right after the chain. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. To find the first stitch, just look for the horizontal loop there, and that will be your first stitch where you have to work your extended single crochet right after the chain loop. So go under that stitch and work an extended single crochet, an extended single crochet in the next 4, Now I'm going to work into the last stitch before the chain loop, and like before, I have to make sure I catch both the loops and not just go under one loop. So I'm using my finger to feel that gap and make sure two loops are on top. I lift it and then work an extended single crochet into that very last stitch. So that completes my 5th extended single crochet after the chain loop. Now keep the chain loop to the back and work a double crochet into that skipped chain of the foundation chain. Work a double crochet into that. So this is how we continue this row. That is a double crochet into the skipped chain and then 5 extended single crochet. We keep repeating that all the way to the end. And now we have to work 5 extended single crochet stitches. This is the first stitch, the first horizontal loop. Under that you will find your first stitch after the chain 9 loop. Work an extended single crochet into that. So that is our first one. We need to work 4 more. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And the 5th, which is the last one. Again, we have to make sure we go under both the loops. So I'm using my fingers. And then complete the extended single crochet. So we have a total of 5 between the 2 chain loops. Now we have to work into that skipped chain right there between the legs of the foundation, between the legs of the chain loop. So work a double crochet into that. And now we have to work 5 extended single crochet here, and remember the very last extended single crochet will be worked on top of the beginning chain 1. So go ahead, work under the first stitch, work your first extended single crochet. That is 1, 2, 3. Again, this stitch is a little obscured, so make sure you catch both loops like that. 3, 4, and then work into the beginning chain. Just insert your hook into that corner and complete your last extended single crochet. So that brings us to the end of row 2. To begin row 3, chain 2 again, turn, this beginning chain 2 counts as your first extended single crochet. Then work 1 extended single crochet in the next 4 stitches. This will be a chain loop row. So I have now worked 4 extended single crochet stitches after the beginning chain 2. So we have a total of 5, including the beginning chain 2. Now chain 10 loosely. Skip the next stitch and work an extended single crochet into the next 5 stitches. To make sure you're doing this right, your skipped stitch every time will be the tall stitch that was worked into the previous row. So this is a double crochet stitch that was worked into the foundation row. That is the one you will be skipping if you did your stitches right and did not miss any stitches. So work an skip 1 and work an extended single crochet in the next 5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now chain 10. Skip the next stitch. So that is the tall stitch that is worked into the previous row. Skip that stitch and work an extended single crochet into the next 5 stitches here. Repeat that all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now chain 10 again. Remember, for the first row we only chained 9, but for every other row following this we'll be chaining 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now skip the next stitch, the one that is the tall stitch worked into the foundation chain, and work 5 extended single crochet. Your last stitch will be on top of beginning chain 2 of the previous row. So skip the next stitch and work 5 extended single crochet stitches all the way to the end. 2, 3, 4, and the very last one on top of beginning chain 2. Instead of working into the top of the chain 2, work into the chain 1 of the beginning chain and pull up a tall loop, because that helps keep your edge straight. We won't be adding a border to this blanket, so we have to keep the edges as straight as possible. So instead of going into the chain 2, go into the chain 1, pull up a loop, a tall loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that completes the last stitch that we worked into beginning chain 1 and not into the beginning chain 2. That will help keep the edges straight. So that completes row 3, and now we have 2 rows of loops. Now to begin row 4, chain 2 and turn. Chain 2 counts as our first extended single crochet. Work an extended single crochet in the next 4 stitches. The 4th stitch will be the stitch right before the chain loop, and we will make sure we catch both the loops there. So work an extended single crochet in the next 4 after your beginning chain 2. So that is 1, 2, 3, and this is the last one, so I have to use my finger, lift both the loops, and then work my last extended single crochet. Now making sure the loop is to the back, work a triple crochet in the skipped stitch right here. To find the skip stitch, just look between the legs of your chain loop and you will find it right there. And we'll be working a triple crochet this time and not a double crochet like the first row. To work a triple crochet, you have to work this tight or it turns out too tall. So wrap the yarn around your hook tightly twice like that. Insert your hook into that skipped stitch 1 row below. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that completes your triple crochet into the skipped stitch. Now work an extended single crochet into the next 5 stitches. Look for the horizontal loop. Under that you will work your first extended single crochet and then follow it up with 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We need 1 more because I counted the first one, so we need 1 more to complete 5 extended single crochet in total. So that is the last one between right before the chain loop, and I made sure that I lifted both the loops. Now we have reached the chain loop, so work a triple crochet into the skipped stitch right there. Wrap your yarn around the hook twice. Make sure you do that tight. Insert your hook into the skip stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that completes your triple crochet. Now work 5 extended single crochet after the chain loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the stitch right before the chain loop. Now work a triple into the skipped stitch here and work 5 extended single crochet, ending with an extended single crochet on top of beginning chain 1. So work a triple crochet into the skipped stitch, work your triple tight, just make your wraps really tight, and that will help make your stitch not very tall. Now you have to work 5 extended single crochet after the chain loop. So that is 1, that is 2, that is 3, that is 4, and now this is the beginning chain. Like I said before, we won't work into the chain 2, but we'll work into the chain 1 at the base. So that will help keep our blanket straight. So insert your hook into the chain 1 of your beginning chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And that completes our row 4.
Now row 5 and 6 will be a repeat of rows 3 and 4. And the entire blanket is going to be a repeat of rows 3 and 4 from now on. You will change colors after every 6 rows. So go ahead and repeat rows 3 and 4 with the same color yarn and come back and I will show you how to change colors at the end of the 6th row.
I just completed one more repeat of rounds 3 and 4 in this gray color, and this is how my work looks on the right side. It has 3 rows of loops. And now I'll show you how to join the next color at the end of this row. So you will do that while working the last extended single crochet into the beginning chain 1. That is when you will join the next color for the next stripe. And each stripe is made up of 6 rows in total. Start working your last stitch as usual. So we'll work into the beginning chain 1 there. Insert your hook into that stitch. Pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 1. And when you have 2 loops left on your hook, yarn over the next color, which is cream, and then pull through both the loops. So that joins the next color. Now start your next row, your 7th row, with chain 2 using the cream color that you just joined, and turn and work a repeat of row 3 with the cream color yarn. You've done your beginning chain 2, and then you will work 4 extended single crochet, chain 10, and skip 1 and 4 extended single crochet, and proceed like that. So go ahead and work rows 3 and 4 in the cream color until you have 6 rows in cream, and at the end of the 6 cream rows you will join the orange color and work another 6 rows. So keep working your stripes like that, changing colors every 6 rows. You will keep repeating rows 3 and 4 over and over again, and after every 6 rows of one color you will change into the next color and you'll join just like I showed you on the very last stitch. So go ahead and work your blanket until you have the number of stripes you want. I had 10 stripes and I began and end in a gray stripe. So go ahead and work all the stripes for your blanket. If you're making the swatch with me, just make 3 stripes and come back and I'll show you how to do the braid and finish your blanket. I have now completed 3 stripes. If you're making the large blanket like on my blog, you will have a total of 10 stripes and you will end in a pale gray stripe. And once you have completed 6 rows of the last stripe, we will start braiding. I still have my working yarn attached to it. If you find that it interferes with your braiding, you can always fasten off and join it back when we're working the very last row. So now let's go ahead and braid this and then work the very last row that will anchor your stitches or your chain loops to the blanket. Now it's all standing up like that. So first we'll braid it and anchor the last and final one to your blanket. So this is how you start braiding. You have to start from the foundation chain side and not the side where you fastened off or where you have the working yarn attached. That is not where you will start. You will start from the foundation chain side. So first take the very bottom loop and twist it to the left like that. Now do the same to the next loop. Give it a twist to the left and pull the second one through the first like that. Now twist the third one to the left and pull it through the second loop. Now take the next loop, give it a twist to the left and pull it through the third loop. And go ahead and keep twisting and pulling it through the loop on the bottom until you pull through the very last loop. Twist to the left, pull through. Twist to the left, pull through the loop on the bottom. Twist to the left, and pull through the loop on the bottom. Twist to the left and pull through the loop on the bottom, and we will leave the last and final loop like that. We'll come to that later, and now we'll start braiding all the lines. Starting from the foundation chain side, we'll do that as well. I have now completed braiding all the lines, and now we will work our very last row and anchor these final loops to your blanket. If you didn't fasten off before braiding, you can continue with your working yarn, but if you fastened off, what you will do is you will slip stitch where you have the ending tail and then make chain 2 to start your row. So let's see how to do that. Start with a chain 2. If you fastened off, slip stitch to the first stitch and then chain 2. So chain 2, extended single crochet in the next 3 stitches this time. So after the chain 2, you will work extended single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And now we will work 2 extended single crochet stitches going through the chain loop as well as the stitches, the 2 stitches on the back. So insert your hook through the chain loop, the space under it, and then look for the free stitch behind it, the first free stitch, insert into that and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 and yarn over, pull through 2. That is, we're working an extended single crochet through the loop as well as the stitch behind it. We'll do that once again. Insert into the chain loop and the next free stitch behind it. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So that completes the second extended single crochet through the chain loop. I have a knot right there. Looks bad. Now work an extended single crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we'll work 2 extended single crochet through the chain loop as well as a stitch behind it. So insert into the chain loop and look for the free stitch behind it, the first one. Insert into that stitch and pull up a loop. And then complete your extended single crochet. Repeat that one more time. Insert your hook into the loop and the next free stitch behind. Pull up a loop all the way through the chain loop. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Now work an extended single crochet in the next 4 and then 2 extended single crochets through the chain loop. Keep repeating that until you have worked into the very last chain loop of your blanket. 1 extended single crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll work 2 through the chain loop. That's 1 through the chain loop, and that is 2 through the chain loop. Since this is my last one, I will now work an extended single crochet in the next 5 stitches. The 5th stitch is going to be the beginning chain, and I'll be working into the beginning chain 1 as usual to keep the stitch straight. So insert your hook into the next stitch and work an extended single crochet, and we need 4 more. The very last one will be worked on top of the beginning chain 1. So that is how you work the very last row to anchor your braid down to your work. You can pull it and adjust the position. Finger block it the way you want. And that completes your blanket, and I'll show you how to weave in the ends. You should weave in the ends into the same color and behind your work where you do not have any braids. Use a metal tapestry needle. And these stitches, the extended single crochet stitches, are hard to work through, so make sure you go through only a few stitches at a time or you won't be able to pull through. So go under maybe a couple of loops at a time. And don't tuck too tight. That makes your edge ragged, so don't do that. Just pull gently. I just showed you that it makes it like that. So pull gently until it's just inside and doesn't pull your end in as well. And now go under a couple of loops. Go under just 2 loops at a time. Otherwise it's going to get stuck inside. This way it works. And now work your way back through another row. I'm catching only 2 loops at a time, otherwise it just really gets hard to pull through. And now I'll go back through another row, in and out, just going under 2 loops at a time again, and then I'll fasten off. And now you can go ahead and trim that yarn and repeat the same with each end. Weave the cream into the cream, the gray into the gray, and go under just 2 loops at a time and use a metal needle to finish your blanket.